From University Place, Washington, here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Oregon has invaded the Tacoma area as Brian DeLuise Anderson takes on top seed Tyler Coates for the win. Tyler jumped into the lead with a big last game, a lead at plus 13 for 8, some indication of how tough they were, which is also some indication of how good they've started. Brian started 7-2 and then a double, and then wide right there, while Coates started with the front three to take an early lead. To the left is the handicap semifinal game. It looks like Benjamin Wang's going to win to take on top seed her. Alina McDougal's ready to go off in the wings there. So happy to be running a tournament in Washington for the first time since March 10th, where this guy won what he never thought would have been his last title of last season. And he won it March 10th and March 3rd or whatever in Paradise. Nobody knew that would be his last title of the year. For a guy who dominated last season and has started off this year just as well, winning at St. Helens last month to open the new season. Looking to make it 2 in a row to open the campaign. Throwing some urethane now on the winding road pattern. Led to a minus 150 cut, 170 average got you in today. No mandatory defined place to play, but some out of bounds to the right and some hook in the middle, and that urethane ball has no chance of getting back up to the pocket, but real lucky to only leave 1-2 out of that. Subdivision's already done. Duke Knudsen won scratch over Spencer Sullivan, U17 scratch I should say. A little look at them here, we'll see more of him in a couple minutes. And Jolie Murphy from Texas visiting up here. Saw the schedule match, said, hey, I'll give this a shot, and won the girls scratch over Marissa Lindeke. Does that almost miniature backup ball that he often does. It's a great way to keep the ball going hard and straight on line, and converts that spare. Brian is a mathematician and knows the writing's on the wall, but that's a good performance for him today. He'll come in third out of a pretty big field. Now, Lang gets a lot of pins, and that 101 is enough. Well, he started out with front three, and then those last 2 shots show you how tricky this pattern is. Miss a little right, it just stays right. Miss a little left, you're off to the Brooklyn and praying. Big thanks to Chris Goddard and the team here at Narrows for having us. They're as happy to have us as we are to be here, and a great host and supporters of bowling at all levels, all different kinds of youth and adult bowling. It's very easy to run an event here. That little backup's useful. That backup is the reason he didn't chop that 5-9. Norse finishes with 130 scratch over there. It's not enough, so it'll be Lang and McDougal in that battle. It's gone. Alina, when you're ready, come on over and take 2 practice balls on each lane. BDA, of course, wrapped up last season. Let me see how I should say this. BDA wrapped up last season in the middle of this season with a Northwest Invitational win. We weren't able to get the Northwest Invitational in until late September, and bowled on tough stuff there, and he came through for that $1,000 win. It was his 4th career JBT title. So really our last 2 winners up here in this neck of the woods going at it. Brian remains down by 21 pins with that spare in the 5th. Plenty of time. Title match difference is 48. Alina has to beat Ben by 48 to tie, 49 to win. Got some rookies over there, so I had to keep control of that. Meanwhile, Tyler trips the 4. That's the bowler's best friend. Keeps it clean on the 2 teens, and that count of pin loss from Brian there, he leads by 22, 6 frames in. Back at it in the morning here at Narrows, and then on to Highline for simultaneous doubles and singles. That's going to be fun. Oh, how about back-to-back trip 4s? Carbon copy of the last frame. He'll take all of that. Get himself in the 220s. Big lead now. Yes, sir. Liam, could you do that one more time for me on 35 and 36? So Papa Coates doesn't miss his kid. Thanks, bud. Since you're the +1 of Benjamin Lang somehow, which is the only reason you're in the building. Meanwhile, Brian had a real nice spare conversion there in the 7th. See if we can consolidate it with some X's here. He's probably going to need a couple. There's a nice shot. He's still got room for 222 very much in this match. Marks are no guarantee.
He's in line waiting to ask.
There's a riot at the desk, Alina. Trying to shove his way through. Good job, Zoot. Oh, okay. Big shot, obviously, for Coates here. Can get him into the 230s. No, instead, on the double, leaves the 2-4-8-10 now. As he talks it over with his opponent, of course. These two guys, good buddies. Longtime vets. Now, what do you do here? You've already lost a lot of count. If you go for it, you could lose more count. But that said, it is a makeable spare. He is putting the hook on it, so he's trying to make it. Instead, you lose that extra pin of count, and that puts him lower in the count total. And now it's anybody's match in the 9th and 10th. Coates going at a 2:08 pace as a result of that. There's the scoreboard over there. Brian's got that big strike lurking. So he still leads by 16, but Brian's got the chance to pile on more. Trip before has been out last time on both lanes. Waves through the middle and another tricky split here. Now he doesn't have to worry about the count this time because going for it will get him the 2 anyway. if he's close. And again, it's a very makeable spare. This time he will put some hook on it, I think. I don't think he'll do the backup ball type, and actually got to carry out that 9-pin. This match was going swimmingly for him for 7 frames. And now all of a sudden, tightens up considerably here. It's close. And he got it. What a nice conversion there.
Nice picking.
Under pressure, and the leverage part of the match converts that 3-9-10. Mama Coates watching in the Mama Coates is watching right there, since it's one guest per bowler. So dueling cameras going at it there. Well, Papa Coates / frame eraser do all the work. Well, shot of the match for Brian. If he can catch the double here, he is right in it. Close. Ah, what a pretty shot. Veteran experience out of both of these bowlers coming through in the clutchest moments. And now, believe it or not, DeLuisa can shut out Coates of this match. He's got still at room for 222. Tyler's only maxing at 218 now, so 2 strikes in the 10th, Brian wins. Anything less than a double in the 10th, and Coates can take it back. Black and red of his beloved Blazers. Let's see if he can do it here in the 10th.
Good.
Dead flush. I want to stress again that the cut was minus 150. Coates the only bowler plus after 8 at plus 13. And that's with some match play wins. So nobody averaged 200 today. And these guys have both come through with real nice games. DeLuisa with the big finish opportunity can end it here with a strike and 7. It's close.
Looks like it could be. Yeah!
Wow. How impressive is that? Tyler Coates is a title-winning machine, and snag one away from him here with 7 more pins is no small accomplishment. Not to be the world's biggest jinx, but 7 is not a gimme. Just saying. Don't Del Ballard this ball. 7 is no guarantee.
Oh, he's got it. That's good. That's good enough.
Great time for a solid start there. What an impressive finish by now 5-time champ Brian DeLuisa Anderson.
Nice finish, Brian.
Tough finish for Coates, but he'll be around for the next 15 or 16 title matches. Mama Coates is out of here.
Mama
She's had
Coates
enough.
is out of here.
Delete this tape. Hats off to Brian for a great finish. We'll see if Lena or Benjamin wins their first over in Part 2 of Handicap.